Hello viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's your girl Martha Acheng with another cooking video. Today we're going to be making pizza, as you can see, and I thought it wise that you guys see how I make mine at home. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. In a heated pan, we're going to put in our onions. Here we have spring onions and red onions. It's not a must use the spring onions, but it gives a very good taste. And if you have leeks, you can also use that. It really gives the mincemeat a good taste. When the onions have cooked until they're translucent, we're going to put in our garlic and ginger paste. Then give it a good stir. While they're cooking, we're going to put in our spices, and the first one we're starting with is black pepper, that brand. Next, we're going to use chana masala, which is also a bit spicy and hot. This recipe, I want it to be hot and sweet in a way. You'll see later on. Next, we're going to use curry powder, that brand. Then give everything a good stir. I think I'm going to add in a bit of curry powder again. What I put in was a bit little. So I'm going to add in more curry powder. Give it a good stir. Then we're going to put in our meat. This mincemeat is roughly close to half a kilo. So we're going to put in our meat inside. As you can see, it's so fresh. I got this right out of the butchery. I bought my meat and then they processed it for me there. So we'll stir and let it cook. So it's been frying with the spices and all. We're going to add in a bit of lemon juice just to spice the flavors. Then peptang tomato sauce. You know I had to use tomato sauce. So we're going to put in tomato sauce. Notice I'm putting the tomato sauce before putting in the tomatoes themselves, the fresh tomatoes. This really helps. So you put in the tomatoes, and at this stage the meat is really frying. I wish you could hear, it has this sizzling kind of sound. Then when you put the tomato sauce, you'll see that it starts to brown. We're going to add in salt, of course, and give it a good stir. Then next we're going in with our fresh tomatoes mixed with a bit of capsicum. I didn't have enough capsicum, guys. That's all I had in the fridge, but anyways, I used it. And as they're cooking, we're still going to add more tomato sauce because we are making it hot and sweet. Next, we're going to add in a bit of Royco just to give it that beef kind of flavor. Give it a good stir. And also don't forget to heat the tomatoes. So we keep mashing the tomatoes, and you can see it's becoming more red. Then next we're going to put in our dhania, which is coriander leaves, and give it a good stir. Lastly, I've thrown in a bit of cheese, so I let it melt as I stir, and as I stir I continue mashing the tomatoes. I think this is almost done. I'll let it cook for a while. So this has been cooking for over 10 minutes, and that's how it looks. You cook it over low heat. Now let's start preparing ingredients for the dough. We're going to put lukewarm water and salt inside. Then next we're going to add in a bit of sugar and give it a stir. We're going to add in a bit of oil and also continue stirring. Then now we're going in with yeast. I think I used 2 tablespoons. I just love how it behaves when you put it in the water. Looks so good. Yes, and give this a good stir after putting it in. Next, I put in just a bit of milk. That should do. And give it a good stir. Then I put in parsley. The next I used basil leaves, just to have a bit of herbs inside. After then, you can give it a good stir. We're now going in with flour. This is all-purpose cooking flour. As you put it in, you give it a stir. So you continue putting in until you reach desired consistency. So I'm now kneading the flour. As you can see, it's still a bit sticky. So I'll keep adding in a bit of flour until it stops sticking on the surface. We're almost there. Okay, now I just roll out the flour. Oh, I divided them into 2 portions. This is the first portion. So I roll it out, then put in oil. I find this method so easy to do. Then roll it again, divide into 2 portions. What I have in my hand is enough for the first pizza. So you roll it out just like chapatis. I love the way the surface looks. The herbs makes me so excited. Yeah. As you roll, ensure you put in flour so that it doesn't stick. Yep, I think we're set and we're ready for the filling. But before that, we're going to grease our pan with a bit of oil. This is to avoid the pizza from sticking. Then we're going to sprinkle a bit of flour. Don't use too much flour. Yes, then next we're going to place in the dough. I prefer putting my ingredients when the dough is already on the pan. It makes it so much easier for me. Then we're going to put in Prestige margarine. Make sure you spread the blue band or margarine rather evenly, then put in the filling. Next, I'm putting in fresh tomatoes. Ensure they're not so thick in size. Then we'll put in our pineapples. Now, this is why we're saying we're making hot and sweet. So it's because of the pineapples. Ensure you spread the pineapples evenly. Now we're going in with our cheese. Please be generous. Here I'm using fresh cheddar cheese. Yep, and now we're ready to put this in the pan. Sorry, we're putting this in the oven. I preheated the oven. I think I used 200 degrees Celsius. We can also use a lid of a cooking pot in case you've run out of things to place your dough. Same procedure, grease it and put in a bit of flour. Then place your dough on top, like so. Spread in the margarine, then put in the filling. Spread it out, spread it out. Looks really nice. Next, we're going to put in the tomatoes. Then next, the pineapples. Our cheese. And that's how it looks. It's almost done and I'm ready to take them out. Wow. I think I'll put the downer one on top as I remove the top one. It hasn't caught much heat yet. But yeah, that's how it cooks out. And that's the final product. Wow. I served it like this and took it with soda.